What's up, guys? Today we'll talk about what is the best day for a first date. Now, there are many factors to that answer, okay? So I'm going to go through the factors first and then give you my honest opinion. Opinions based on my own experience. Since I'm 40 years old, I've been married, dating, long-term relationships, short-term relationships, everything that's out there, pretty much, right? I've got my faithful notes, as always. So guys, first things first. What's the best day for the first date? Well, it depends. It depends on a few things. Thing number one is, does she have kids? Because if it's a school day and she has to do a school run next again day, weekday is probably not a greatest day for it, right? But then if she's got kids and the father looks after the kids through the weekend, which is usually the case, just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then obviously one of those days is the best. It all comes down to how available she is based on the circumstances, because those are circumstances. And guess what? She's not going to prioritize kids over you, nor she should. Of course she should, right? So you have to think about those things. If you dating girl with kids, it will usually be weekends that are good for her. So that is your answer straight away to that, right? Another point, let's forget about the kids right now, okay? So this is the kids. Okay? If she's got kids, there is no much choice. She'll tell you, I'm free Friday, Saturday, and you have to pick one of those days. It doesn't really matter which day. Although I would go for first day without kids. So then if you guys head off and you can just continue through the evening and night, she will not be saying that she has to go back and get the kids on Saturday, right? Next one, guys, is the travel. So if she stays outside of town and the travel is 2 fucking hours, right? Or an hour and a half, depends where you stay, then weekdays aren't the greatest time for the date, okay? Why? If she finishes work at 5, by the time she gets ready, it's gonna be 5:30, if you're lucky, 5:30. She will leave her house, she will get there by 8, and then she needs to be back, she needs to leave you like 10:30 to get back home for 12. That's no good though, that's no good. If she has to travel so much, now, none of you notice, right? But pretty much all this is based on her. Because this is how it works, man. This is how it works. So if she has to travel so much, then Friday and Saturday are the best 2 days to date her, okay? Because then she can leave at 5:30, she can be with you at 8, but she doesn't have to think she needs to leave at 10:30, okay? Now, a little sub point on this. If there is one and a half hour or more traveling, it's always going to be an issue. It's always going to be an issue for her, for you, for everyone, right? And I understand, and some of you guys, you live in the cities, in the towns actually, where there aren't many women that you're interested in, and you have to go outside of your territory, per se. But I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not going to be easy, all right? Because at some point, it's going to be a chore, unless she will get really high interest in you, very high. So I was dating a girl. We were dating for a long time, and she stayed 2.5 hours away. 2.5 hours. and we actually really liked each other. We had really good vibe, and she would see me. Let's say I remember one day, right? So she would always travel here. Because she was staying in the rural side of the country in Scotland, and I live in the biggest city in Scotland, which is Glasgow. So there are things to do here, and so on. So she would travel on Friday. She would finish work at 5. She would get here for like 8. We will spend the evening, and then next again day, I remember there was one time when I said to her, she left like 12 to see her family, whatever. And then I messaged her and say, listen, so what, you coming back or what? And she was like, do you know what? Yeah, I will. So the interest level, if the interest is high, then the travel won't be as much of a problem per se. But you have to keep in mind, it's always a lot of time wasted on commuting. All right. That leads me to my next point, guys, which is interest level. All right. So if she is really interested in you, she will make herself available. All right. So if she will make herself available, then it's easier for you, because then you can judge on what you got going on in your life, right? If you start work at 6 a.m. every morning and she's available for you on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then don't really go for a date on Thursday if you have to be up so early, right? Do it on Friday, okay? If you have things like planned with your buddies, whoever, don't change your plans necessarily, right? If she's flexible, if she likes you, if she can just be a normal person, because that's what it is, man. If you like someone, you just you want to be with her, right? So it's a nice feeling when someone actually has a high interest in you, because everything is just so much easier. There's no fucking games, there's no pretending, there's no this and that. It's just like organic, natural way of getting to know each other, right? Lastly, guys, is the budget. So going out on Friday and Saturday night is more expensive than going out on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. It is. Why? Because there is more people out on Friday and Saturday. What does that mean? There aren't any deals on. There isn't happy hour on. You got more competition for spots, right? Seats, bookings, all that. If your budget is tight, then go out on Thursday and Sunday night. Wednesday, maybe, depends. But you try to get it done earlier. If you can't see her at 6 p.m., this is perfect. Thursday 6 p.m., Wednesday 6 p.m., Sunday 6 p.m., something like that, right? If your budget is tight, look for spots with an offers, right? They have $5 cocktails from Monday till Thursday. Perfect. This is the spot. Okay? So the verdict, guys, for going out, remember it's a first date, is, drum roll. For a second I thought, I'm going to put a sound effect in that, but no. Those videos are raw, there are no edited, nothing. It's just a little background music that I put on. Guys, I think Thursday and Friday are the best days to go on the first date. They are if it's a first date, right? Because it gives you and her a lot of flexibility. And also Thursday doesn't scream cheap. Thursday is very close to weekend, which is you get the vibe, and Friday obviously is the vibe of the weekend. So yeah, guys, Thursday, Friday. Now there's another point that I want to mention, is day or night. So dating, first date during the day or during the night, right? So if you take her out on the first date during the day, It has to be bar-based, not a walk, not a fucking feeding ducks the pond. It has to be a bar, right? Why? Because no activity or any shit like that, not yet. Because this is a chance, this has to be a chance for her to dress up. Because girls love to dress up. I like to dress up. This is a chance for her to feel different than she felt Monday during the work, right? Or after work. This is her time to feel a bit special. And you have to make this thing special as well. Is it a good idea to go on a first date during daytime? No, I don't think so. You don't get the vibe. You don't get the it kind of come across like a friendly date. You don't want that, right? You want to be romantic date. This is the aim. This is the aim, guys. So I strongly recommend nights, evenings, 6 p.m. onwards is perfect. Thursday or Friday, those are ideal days. Once again, it depends on the travel kits, budget, and her interest level. Okay? Right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Catch you guys next time.